Welcome. Today's episode, we have Charlotte D'Souza and Sarah Lobo with us. These Wonder Women are business partners and co-founders of Blah, 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 Building Life's Attainable Habits. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here.
Same
Thank
here.
you, Mandeep. Thanks for the warm welcome, I should say.
Okay, let me introduce these ladies, fabulous ladies, to you guys. Sarah Lobo is a seasoned speech and drama professional and a soft skills trainer with experience through her earlier collaboration with Helen O Grady, a speech and drama organization, and leading IB, ICSC, and CBSE schools across the country. She has also bagged the Best Director Award for her rendition of the spoof of Romeo and Juliet. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Charlotte D'Souza is a senior marketing and communications professional with corporate experience in marketing, strategy, brand management, public relations, advertising, and media planning, CSR, community engagement, and sustainability. Welcome, Charlotte.
Thank you so much, Mandeep.
Okay, so let me start with my first question to you girls. How was the idea of Blah, Blah, Blah conceived? Sarah, and how did you both meet? Please tell me.
Okay. Yeah, this is quite a nostalgic question, I would say, because though we are a few months old, let me start. Like you said, with a background of a career spanning HR to soft skills training with management trainees and corporates, and then speech and drama with children. That is when I realized where my forte lies. And I believed I could mold the children, giving them the warm and the inclusive environment with the aspects of learning and unlearning. We all know that EQ is at the highest level with the kids.
Yes.
But slowly as they progress, it weakens. And, it changes from statements like, I'm so smart, and I'm so strong to, physically and mentally both, to probably as they grow, am I good enough? Do I need to try? Do you think I can? So that is where, that thing kept running into my mind, and I kept thinking and juggling with things. And we always compliment the school's way of teaching. And this prodded me to add my experience of both the soft skills and the speech and drama to blend to the benefit of children so that they could sustain this valuable EQ as they continue in their journey of life. And then this one day, my dear friend, childhood friend, I must say, Charlotte called up with the same thoughts. And I was like, wow, there was no reason for me to just say no. The temptation was to the highest. And that's how blah, blah, blah conceived.
What a name. What a name. Charlotte, you want to add something to that?
Yeah. Being in the corporate world for 17 years, one thing that we could all relate to is whatever we learned in our school life, 90% of it, I believe, was barely practiced in our work life. And everybody, including me, as the years passed by, we were all in a rush to complete a race, improving our IQs, but probably crushing our EQs, inviting stress, anxiety, pressure, and many such other physical and mental ailments. Now, thanks to my sabbatical, where my choice to attend a program called SOUL, School of Understanding Life, helped me introspect.
Okay.
It helped me it was actually pushing me to be the change in the lives of children, right from their development stage. It was my keen interest that children treasure this gift of EQ, right from being a child to an adult, right? And the natural quality of as you see her, a very high emotional quotient in my childhood friend Sarah made her the perfect fit for us to start our venture, blah, blah, blah.
Lovely, lovely. No, that's it. And I must tell our members that you are based in Dubai and Sarah is based in Mumbai. And this is a perfect also example of business partners in a virtual world, working together, collaborating. Lovely. So as I told you, if I had met you guys before, we would have featured you in a dynamic group. But here you are. Tell me something about your family background, Charlotte.
I am the eldest of three children.
Okay.
I have a younger brother and a sister. We are in three different parts of the world currently. But we've all been brought up by my parents with a common belief that we are all equal and we can achieve anything we aim for. So, and you've already said that I currently live in the UAE with my husband and two children aged 11 and 6.
Lovely. Sarah, what about you?
Okay, about me, like how Charlotte said, high with EQ, I myself will take it because it's been the beautiful balance of how my parents have brought me up. My father would be the encouraging types where he would always tell me, there is nothing to fear. There is nothing unless you do something that is unethical. And my mom was this epitome of strength. So for me, the balance of both was what has made me like this. And I'm a mommy of two lovely children. And the only wife to my husband who pushes me to do all of these. And yes, a routine life with usual, the daily grinds. But yes, with a desire of how I could contribute to life for whatever it has gifted me with. I have had a few notable achievements in my earlier life, like all of us, but especially the ones that I treasure and are memorable are the friends that I've made, the relationships that I've made since childhood, and that we are still together, enjoying the roller coasters, which keep changing, and it's really been fun. And I think Charlotte will agree with me the most here. And that's how it is. Yeah, that's me. And today here I am with all the background, blah blah blah.
Lovely. Tell me, what age group of children do you work with, Sarah?
Yes, we have categorized our age groups considering, at the age of 7, from the age of 7, children usually develop logical thought, um, reasonable, reasoning, the deductive reasoning, rather, the abilities, improved memory, and execution of the functional skills. So that is how we have actually divided the kids. We have 3 groups: 7 to 9, 10 to 13, and 13 to 15. We have also named them. We have 7 to 9 as seekers, 10 to 13 as explorers, and 13 to 15 as the developers.
Lovely. How nice is that? Charlotte, you should tell me now, what life skills are you trying to impart and what is your modus operandi and blah, blah, blah.
A lot of importance, Mandeep, is now given to life skills amongst adults. You read a lot about it on LinkedIn and various other forums.
Sure.
What we did was we also went back and looked at the life skills endorsed by the organizations like UN,
Sure.
UNICEF, the WHO, British Council, and together there are about 99 life skills highlighted there.
Wow.
Took them, we've categorized them further into thinking skills, emotional skills, and social skills. Some examples of life skills that we impart could be self awareness, empathy, change is the only constant in life, winning versus the importance of losing or learning, time management, leading by example as a leader or as a team member, financial independence, critical thinking, and so on. So we divide it into 3 years that you could be with us, and that's how it becomes your habit. Our modus operandi. The main thing with us is that blah 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 is based on 3 pillars. I matter. I am important. I am enough. I can do anything. You matter. Every person ahead of me, irrespective of where the person comes from, social background, caste, race, sect, matters. And nature matters. The environment, sustainability is no longer a trend, it is a need of the hour. So that's where our pillars are based on. We try to impart this in every workshop of ours. It's practiced through different segments where we engage with children. Like each life skill is probably imparted through segments which include impromptu reactions to real life scenarios, or constructive speech, or voice modulation, body movement, articulation techniques, sensory development exercises, or sustainability DIYs or experiments. That's how we impart our life skills.
Fantastic. Actually, I was just thinking while you were talking that the formal learning can teach you a great deal, but all these essential life skills is something you're expected to learn on your own. And some people who are smart enough and also have an environment which is nurturing, parents and other well-informed people, they pick it up and they're aware of it, which are these skills. And others, people like you, are now helping them articulate that this is the skill, I matter, and things like that. You're making sure that they are aware of these. And most people go life, in fact, in adult life, not being so aware of themselves. But I'm so glad, actually, in one way or the other, that the pandemic, the silver lining was that people put a pause button. They were ready to re-examine their life and then reset it in a way to start again. So fantastic. I think the number of skills that you're looking at for youngsters is really fabulous. I'm just wondering, can you both show us an example, a typical example of working with a child, or children unfolding in front of us, Sarah, so that we know, pick any skill, so that our members can make out as to how do you go about.
Sure. Yes, I would. However, before I start, probably a disclaimer. Now I'm a teacher to growing adults. So considering that, probably there would be a change in my tone. So I would have two students, you and Charlotte both. Great. Okay. I wouldn't pick up the skill. Maybe I would derive the skill from you. Let's see how it goes. Since we've done a lot of talking, let's do the body talk. So we are not going to be talking. Okay. Now imagine, guys, you are a glob of clay, a lump of clay. Okay. And you're just lying somewhere. Suddenly, a potter picks you up and puts you on the potter's wheel. So the first thing he puts you is, and he begins to pinch you. So I want you to feel the pinch. He pinches you. Now he spins you around and you go like round and round and round and round. Yes, he spins you around. Then after a while, he applies cold glaze on you. It's like nice and cold. Feel the cold and the chill. And then he slowly puts you in the hot kiln and tries to give you that shape. And it's like really scorching hot. After a few moments, you're all set, ready to face the world. A beautiful, amazing pot, all set to shine probably in a showroom or in probably wherever. So you're all ready. I love the face you make. Yes. Now I want you all to share, how did you feel as a clay going through everything? And I want you all to think as to how can you draw parallel if something like this happens to you in your daily life.
I think it was rather quick, but yes, if you were taking a breath, and I'm sure you do that normally, and to say that you examine this and now, because I do mindfulness, I would have really gone through the motions and come out feeling rejuvenated the way you do it with a breathing exercise or things like that. I think it's marvelous because you can feel the emotions of having, it's a simulated exercise actually.
Yes, you know what we do is we have the music. So after I've explained the whole thing, I have the music playing and they will do the entire movement on how I've told them on different cues of music. So the first cue is pinching, and the second cue is giving shape. The third cue is probably applying the glaze. The fourth cue is you're in the kiln, and the fifth cue you're all set, and the music stops. So this is like a quick dance thing, where the children do a lot of movements and they're away from their inhibitions. So that's how it is. So if I have to share, Charlotte, would you like to share something as to how you felt?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, first of all, I want to tell you, Sarah, and I don't know this is out of turn, but though I've heard this or done this segment a number of times, I actually felt it today. I mean, I felt it when you said the cold glaze. I was feeling all of it. So I felt that I was going through some changes. I don't know. I mean, you put me onto the potter's wheel. I was spinning. So first, it was not so comfortable. Honestly, when you said pinching, it wasn't comfortable. It was a bit uncomfortable. And then the cold glaze I was enjoying it, to be honest. And then suddenly the hot kiln. So, it was, again, a lot of comfort, discomfort, discomfort. And you were quickly putting me in those segments. And at the end of it, I felt good. The moment you said you're ready to face the world, I just had this, your chest blows up.
Yes,
Good
I loved
feeling.
Mandeep's smile. She was all set and
Yeah,
ready
so
like
I'm
this.
all
It
ready
was like
to face the world.
action. When we have this, that was it. So yeah, let us have Mandeep who could draw parallel to your real life. Now, like how she said, she actually felt like how the clay was doing and getting molded. Something like this happening in your real life, in any incident. It could be in your daily life, any one incident that you can remember. That is, you've gone through certain milestones and then you felt, oh, cool, now I'm like this. I am ready.
In fact, I'm going to say that on a daily basis itself, you go through these highs and lows several times in the days. And I live with my aged parents, and there are times that you go through these really frenzied things when there is something health related. And then, a huge exhale, like what you said, that you go through this hot and cold that happens, and you come out of it saying, wow, it's all okay, they're well, and stuff like that. And I think at that point in time, this entire thing feels So nice that you know the entire thing. So you go through these. I mean, it used to happen much lesser earlier, the frequency of it. Now with 287 years old, it does go through a little bit. But I think I understand when you're saying the hot and the cold, it's happening in the same day. That does, the emotions, the roller coaster does happen well too often. Very well explained.
I probably give a little insight, a little more insight on this. This was the life skill I picked up here was change. Change is constant. Now, what we do is with this life skill, we have the same life skill, but we segment in a different ways. Now this was the body talk. So probably there's another segment where they have to express their emotions. There is another segment where we give them a scenario and then they have to keep talking on how they feel about it. So various children take the skill in different segments. Maybe a couple of them will take it through body talk. A couple of them will probably take it in expressing emotions because they like doing that. A couple of them would like it by doing some kind of DIY. So we
Sure.
have these different segments and how the skill is taken. So that is how we divide the segments, and that is it. And though the potter is actually using the same clay, if you see the pot is not the same. Every pot is different. So I think the problems and challenges we all go through, the moment we cover and cross all the milestones, we all come up so unique and different. So this is how we try and imbibe in our children, saying each one of you are different, and we have to accept and embrace change, because I think that's the only way we can grow, because change is inevitable.
Fantastic, Sarah. This is lovely. Very, very nice. Very well done.
Thank you so much. And it
No,
was so much fun having you too.
We had a lot of fun.
Anyway, Sarah, how easy or difficult is it for you to convince parents to send their kids for this? I'm just wondering when you're going along, because a lot of people, this is not the traditional education, ki coaching classes mein ja rahe hain. This is life skills. A lot of people don't get it, that this is not about academic getting it, it's overall life preparation. So what do they tell you?
A few of them get it very easily when we actually simplify things, like how it is important, how EQ is actually more important than IQ, because usually as parents we know we've run the whole race and now we know that this is important. So that is how they relate. We also ask them to role model, because it is very imperative that as a couple, as parents at home, we need to show that to the children, because it's not just told like, look, I'm doing this, you too do this. No, then they are like, I don't want to be you.
Sure.
But when they silently observe couples and parents doing and sharing, grandparents doing all these things at home, you automatically tend to. And usually in the older days, we used to have the huge families. So there was a lot of observation and learning happening. However, now when we are in these nuclear families, we have to be very mindful as parents as to how do we speak. Maybe it could be we've had a bad day and suddenly it's like, oh, give me some time. You can see but that thing hurts. That thing is so we have to be very mindful. So I think the first thing what I ask parents to do is role modeling is very important, because children observe and imbibe the most of their values from parents and loved ones. And we strongly at blah 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 believe in this famous saying, which says, "You tell me and I may forget, teach me and I may learn, but involve me and I will definitely learn." This is how it goes. So I think this is how we practice, and we tell the parents that this is the need of the hour. We have to do this.
Is there any difference in terms of India or Dubai, if you've compared about paying money for this kind of a life skill? I wonder. I'm just thinking aloud.
No. Yes, true. It is a little difficult, because when it comes to India, what we found out was parents get the thing about drama and speech, because English being the second language here, they feel it is more easy for a child to develop that skill. For them,
Sure.
life skill is not what is more important. It is about schooling, and it is about the child being more confident. And but I think if you teach speech, drama, I believe that also increases your confidence. But it is related and restricted to that per se. When you want life skills, that is something where you're going to. I mean, that is for life. It says skills for life. So that's how it is. So I think that is the small difference probably for us to understand. And
Well,
however
I
it
was
is.
talking about money, because when it comes to children, usually parents want to spend money and get them trained if they think it's good for them.
Correct. So they are okay with money when it comes to speech and drama, because they feel that is tangible. life skills is something not very tangible. They cannot see the difference. They want it like quick. 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Oh, math, abacus. They want that. They are okay to give money for that.
That
But when
is
it comes to life skill, I'll get it very local. ये तो सीख जाएगा ना, experience सिखा लेगा उसको, वो बड़ा होके ये ठोकर खा के सीख लेगा. But वो ठोकर खा के that hurt, that they're not able to get it. So it's very difficult. And yes, it's a journey for us as well. Let's see how it goes.
Charlotte, what has your experience been?
With license, yes, I had a bit of a better experience than what Sarah did, because in the UAE also it was new. But the thing was, I think I was fortunate in the beginning to talk to some key people who understood it. So the moment I did that, in fact, one parent, both of us are particularly so thankful. There was only one conversation I had with her. She's also a teacher in one of the IB schools here,
Yes.
and she went out of her way to just get me the first batch to
Yeah.
begin with. And then, of course, that was an amazing batch, but then it went on through word of mouth. So even currently, while we've done about 23, 24 workshops, being such a nascent company, I think it's been majorly through word of mouth. I haven't done marketing at all currently. I mean,
No,
it's
because the international schools, I remember my daughter going through this in a hybrid school in Singapore, and they do have the life skills
yes,
class for a whole semester, preparing them for uni life, etc. So
yes.
I'm very, very glad that you guys are doing it. I'm very intrigued that how do you divide responsibilities between the two of you as specialists or business partners, Charlotte?
Yeah. So while we come from completely different backgrounds, we look at blah 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 as our baby, something that we are going to grow. And if I have to even divide or give it segments, when it comes to content creation or curriculum, we make our own, in the sense, from either what we've learned through various courses which we've taken and we continue taking, be it psychology, sustainability, which we both are taking up a certification in psychology from Yale, and I'm doing a separate one in sustainability. So we put all that we've learned or we've learned otherwise, and we put it into our courses. That's for the content creation or curriculum. When it comes to execution or delivery, it's again shared between the two of us, but it's come to a point where any of us can take up any segment during the workshop. Marketing and communication, while marketing strategy is my forte, but creative communication is Sarah's specialty, we actually synergize. We collaborate with each other, as well as a team that we have to release any marketing or social media strategy. The crucial point here being, Mandeep, if you noticed, is just like we encourage our champs that they can do anything, we tend to practice the same ourselves. We aim to learn and attempt any vertical that we do not know, be it marketing, finance, business planning, workshop delivery, you name it. We try to learn it because everything can be learned. So we practice it ourselves. So
Well,
that's
that's
yeah.
fantastic. And I think the important thing is that there are days that you will have and days you have. And I realize that when you're working on your own, when you had employees of your own or your team, they would be constantly egging you on and saying, Mandeep, you've done it well. But when you are self-employed or doing work on your own, you do need somebody who cheers you on and says, another day, and you don't feel like getting up and taking on the world. And I feel that my husband at this stage of my life and my daughter play a very, very significant. So when you have a business partner, this must be the fantastic part about egging each other. Let's go, kind of a thing, right?
Yes,
Absolutely,
yes, absolutely.
I know.
totally agree with that.
So what's your vision for the company going forward? Charlotte, Sarah, anyone?
Okay, I'll take one of it, and she'll tell you the business vision then. So the primary vision for us to contribute to a future wherein children can grow up to inspire, to learn, to teach, and
Yeah,
to be the best version of themselves.
very good. Sarah?
And yeah, maybe a business vision would be to see blah, blah, blah go globally local and be widely known as Blah World.
I wait to see the Blau world. I think it's going to be lovely. So,
I have to come in here. We have taken steps towards it because our website is called blauworld.com.
really? Oh,
Yes.
Yes, yes,
fantastic.
yes.
I haven't seen that. I will check that out, definitely.
So,
So, what's your advice to the parents regarding how to get their children ready for life skills? Sarah?
Yeah, like I even said before, I think it's going to be the same steps. Role modeling, it begins at home. Like charity begins at home. I think baby steps on how you be very mindful on and watch your actions the way you speak. I think emotions need to be expressed, irrespective of however they are. I know I'm in a bad mood, does not mean that nobody talks to me. No, that's the time you have to say, yes, I'm in a bad mood and move on. Embracing emotions is very important. And that's how even the children will take. Or if the children will always find, oh, my mom is always nagging, or my dad is always so busy, or my dad is always snappy. So no, but then the moment we accept, I think even children will do it. And I think that's how it follows.
Okay.
Um,
Charlotte?
I believe the first step is to embrace and accept ourselves and our children then.
Yeah.
Because the moment we embrace and accept ourselves or anything that we are feeling today, it's also called checking in with yourself in the morning. Embrace and accept that, and then you embrace and accept your children. Let them think differently. Let them put their unique selves forward by not following the crowd, but probably creating one of their own. Because
Yes.
why fit in when you are born to stand out?
Ah, lovely. On that happy note of why fit in when you want to stand out, the fact that these fantastic and fabulous skills that you are teaching to our youth today, they can take them anywhere, everywhere they go, and no matter what, they'll stay with them is what's the important part. Thank you so much. It has been lovely to host you, Charlotte and Sarah, and I can definitely see that that's not going to be the end of our conversations. And I'm so happy to have you both in WiP now. All the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mandeep. It was really humbling to be here and sharing our views and our journey, though it's been quite a small journey, but yes, it is very nice sharing with you. And thank you so much, Mandeep, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Mandeep. Like I've even said before, thanks for even starting this forum where there's so much of amazing information sharing. I mean, we already, apart from the welcome, we've already been welcomed by a lot of your members and we feel at home. It's great sharing our baby with you guys, and it's great to know that you are people who understand the importance of life skills for
you will find this sisterhood to have your back always, and do use this forum because there's some remarkable women here, and I'm so glad that you have joined us as well. Thank you very much. Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you. So all you wonderful ladies, you've heard about us. In case you need to know more, please visit our social media channels. We are available on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. Our website is blaworld.com. So do visit us to know more. Apart from that, we have a special parent workshop. It's a free workshop where you could all attend. You could learn more about us. We would have a great deal of information sharing. It's absolutely free for the WiP members. This is on the 16th of April. We will share other details as to how you can register as well as attend this time with us.
Yes, and for the WiP ladies, in case you're wondering as to what to do with your kids during the vacations, which is going to probably be heading just the next 2 weeks, we have a workshop coming up for the kids aged 7 to 9 and 10 to 13. So this is the time to register so that they can have fun and learn as well. Because you've seen, I'm sure you've heard us talk about how important life skills are. And the special discount thing for the WiP members is you get a flat 20% off with a code that will be also being provided to you soon. So hope to see you with your children. And thank you so much.